On the Block Community Outreach was developed, I would say, about 8 years ago, when I've had the passion to create a place for people suffering through drugs, addiction, and alcoholism. On a personal story, I went through drug and alcohol addiction myself. And one thing, going through different rehabs and different programs, I realized that the care for people who are bound by the disease of addiction and alcoholism always wasn't there in a caring way. So I said, Lord, if I ever get the opportunity and chance, let us develop something that would be a place for discipleship, for teaching, and for preaching. Let us help them and create the family atmosphere so that they can get themselves back with their families, back transition to their families.
That's what On the Block is, a home full of love, and somewhere where it helps somebody see who they really are, who God really created them to be, and to launch them to their next.
And On the Block has really developed, though it started out a care home for people in drug addiction and alcoholism, but we know that within the industry, there's always a thing called dual diagnosis. And a lot of people that we see suffering in the streets, on corners, homelessness, it's not just addiction, but the core issue often is mental illness. It could be bipolarism, it could be schizophrenia, autism, whatever it is. So my pastor said this one time, and it was really profound to me. He said, whatever breaks your heart is what you're called to. And our hearts were, Lord, how can we develop systems, the type of house, the type of foundation for them that really helps with their core issue, to help them get launched back to their families. In that evolution that I spoke of, we've now become an outreach. Even when we pastored a church, and we were grateful for the opportunity, we pastored 2 churches, but we're always about outreach, and there's always been the core to our hearts.
About 4 or 5 months ago, I go early and help load the carts with food, and then I work at the bay doors to help the ministry partners load their vehicles with food. And one day I was able to serve Daniel and Barbara in loading the food on when they had first become ministry partners with Daily Bread. And so I got to talking with them and what they were doing and what the Lord was doing through them. And
I've been with On the Block Ministries, I guess about on and off 2 years. Within those 2 years, I've seen myself just transform into somebody that I never thought could exist.
And even now, we do so much here on the west side of San Antonio is outreach. And we see it in the streets here where we've been placed. It's a mission field for us. We see addiction walking up and down the street. We see homelessness. We see hunger. And our passions is, Lord, we're here. Help us make a difference.
Our services we provide at On the Block is, we have a template that we try to stay with. And first and foremost is the housing that we provide. We provide housing to those that are suffering with alcohol and addiction, as well as mental illness. And so we really want to start homes where they're cared for in the right way and not exploited, but cared for in the right way.
I was with Stitch Ministries at the time and was able to come down and teach a class called Faith and Finances. And oh man, we had a great time. Saw so many guys, Michael, Thomas, and Jason graduate out of this place, and God working in the hearts of people as we came here and were able to teach them about biblical principles for financial management. On the Block Outreach is all about bringing men in, helping them to find God, to find purpose, and to be able to not only function in the world, but to thrive in their relationship with Jesus Christ, the vertical relationship, and their relationship with other people, the horizontal relationships.
Yesterday, could be a day where a little struggling, hungry, and today, it's going to be a better day for a lot of people. Some people, it's beautiful.